Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. This is Isolde Trachtenberg. I'm thrilled to welcome you to The Creative Kind. I'm reminding you that the show is merging with my other show, Tell Your Story Better, so that we can do creative communication right. And I want to talk to you today about communication, and it's about referrals. One of the things that we have lost track of, I think, is the "do you know someone?" question. Because we tend to think either we should know all the answers ourselves, or we start thinking that who would want to give us that information anyway. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I sat down with someone who wanted some information from me, and I didn't have all the information that she wanted. And yet, I did have some of it. And so I was able to give her a fair amount of information she needed to be able to move on to the next step. Because often, you don't need someone to give you all of the answers. You just need them to give you enough so that you can go to the next step. And the best question you can ask of anyone, which actually she did not ask, is, do you have anyone you can refer me to? That's the question. It's really simple. Who do you think you could refer me to who could help me with this next step, is another way of putting it. Because what we need to be able to do, if you're going for something, if you're trying to achieve something and you're not satisfied with what you're achieving with the people you're relating with now, it might not be your fault, it might not be their fault, it might not be anybody's fault. They just may not have the resources to help you do what you're trying to do. So ask them for what they do have. See what I mean? If you can ask them for what they do have, then you don't have to worry about it. It'll be right there. You'll be able to do your thing, and you'll be able to get the information you need. And how do you do that? Very simple. If you're talking to someone who says, "I'm really sorry, I can't help you," then you don't go, "Oh, okay," and walk away. Never walk away. Instead, say, "Oh, okay. Is there anybody you can refer me to who can help me?" Or, "Oh, okay, who can you refer me to who might know this answer?" Or, "Can I speak to your supervisor?" That's another beautiful one where you actually get to get passed down the line and you get more resources, because this person you're talking to simply may not be able to help you. They simply may not have the resources. Okay, it's not their fault. It's just that they don't. So what do? You actually say, "Okay, who can you refer me to?" More often than not, the person will go, "Oh, well, yeah, maybe you should talk to person X." And if they say no one, which they almost never will, then you can go back to the drawing board and realize that this person that you've just talked to wasn't at all the person you should have been talking to. So always ask for a referral in an interview, in a meeting, anything. Who else do you think I could talk to about this? If you're trying to pitch your art or your craft or your business, always ask, who else do you know who would be interested? And then you have what they call a warm lead. You can call the person or email them and say, "Hey, person X," let me put it this way. "Hey, person Y, it's a pleasure to meet you. Person X, who I just talked to, suggested that I get in touch with you about Project Z." That's the way to do it. If you have time, I'd love to chat with you about it. Please let me know. Here it is. And now that person Y knows that person X recommended that you get in touch, they're more likely to get back to you. So that's one way to do it. And always, always, always rely on that way. And if really, chances are the person will never say, "I have no one." If they give you a single name, you go to that person. "Hey, person Y, I'd like to talk to you about Project Z." And if person Y can't help you, go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Can you refer me to someone?" And then see if they can refer you to person A. And that's how it goes. And you keep on going until you build your empire. Alrighty, this is Isolde Trachtenberg. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Look for a change in this show coming very soon to combine with my other show, so into one powerhouse of a show. Until next time, I send you all of my love.